കോടി രൂപ നൽകുമെന്ന് മാതാ അമൃതാനന്ദമയി മഠം പ്രഖ്യാപിച്ചു.
There were a couple of generous gifts made public today by famous people. An Indian religious figure, the so-called Hugging Saint, has said she will give $22 million to rebuild homes in India which the tsunami has destroyed.
Amma, Srimata Amritanandamayi Devi, is known all over the world as the embodiment of love and compassion. She has dedicated her entire life to alleviating the suffering of humanity.
Amma has personally blessed and counseled millions of people from all walks of life. Under her guidance, numerous charitable projects provide sophisticated healthcare, basic necessities, and education to those in need.
As an international spiritual leader, she was honored with the Gandhi King Award for Non-Violence at the United Nations in Geneva in 2002.
She believes that God does not discriminate between the sexes. And I believe that she stands here in front of us, God's love in a human body.
On December 26, 2004, an earthquake measuring 9.0 on the Richter scale occurred off the coast of Indonesia's Sumatra Island. The quake spawned a massive tidal wave or tsunami which affected the shores of Kerala as well.
Amma's Amritapuri Ashram, the Mata Amritanandamayi Mutt, is located in the state of Kerala in southern India. It rests on a narrow peninsula cradled between the Arabian Sea and the Kayamkulam backwaters.
A seawall had been built to safeguard the shores from tidal surges. Around noon, the first wave swept over the wall, flooding one side of the peninsula with all its villages.
One more baby is coming. Did she say when?
She called us.
She said get things lifted because one more will be there.
At 12:52 p.m., a much larger wave swept the entire peninsula.
Many villagers ran to the ashram for shelter.
As the water surged over the ashram grounds, confusion followed. About 13,000 people were at Amritapuri, including nearly 1,000 foreign visitors. Amma directed rescue operations from the first moment.
She immediately instructed people to climb to the upper floors of the temple and the other ashram buildings.
We started going to the neighboring houses, trying to see if anybody needed help. And in many houses we found that there were old people who had nobody to help them, and they were just looking out of the window and they couldn't get out of the house on their own. So we had to carry them.
The Alapar village area, of which the ashram is a part, experienced the most damage in all of Kerala.
My family 5 people. My house, when I see problem, my house finished. Okay, my working fishing. My fish, small fish boat, fish net, many finish. No working. I am a very poor fisherman. Many money in helping your Amma in Ashram. My family going to Ashram in darshan for Amma.
Many of the villagers' family members were dead or missing. More than 140 people were killed. Many of them were children.
Wonderful to see how everyone swung into action. There were people carrying the elderly on chairs right from the top down to the bottom. And I'd since learnt that Amma just took command of everything, and she was standing there saying, "Are you with your family? Do you have your passport?"
No problem. No problem. No problem. Okay, but say no. Okay, passport. Okay, no problem. Your family okay? No problem.
Immediately all this became operational, and Amma ensured that everybody had a place to stay. They had medicines, they had clothes, and everything was taken care of in a very short time.
6 ambulances from AIMS, the ashram's charitable hospital in Cochin, were sent to nearby areas to facilitate doctors and nurses in treating the distressed and injured.
Temporary hospitals were set up within a few hours.
Amma traveled to the local relief camps.
At a press conference, Amma announced that her ashram will dedicate 1 billion rupees, or about $23 million over the coming years, to rehabilitate the victims.
Amma is a religious leader in India, a very powerful figure in that country. Amma means mother. She's the hugging saint. She hugs individuals. She is pledging $22 million.
This pledge of $23 million is one of the biggest tsunami relief measures by a single organization. It is inspiring people all over the world to help in whatever way they can.
The deadly tsunami is sparking a huge relief effort here in the East Bay. A woman behind it all is known as the Hugging Saint. NBC 11's Cheryl Hurd shows us how the relief effort is helping thousands of tsunami victims in India.
Is there to help organize. She just happened to be in India when the tsunami hit. She even helped get the word out to thousands to head for higher ground. And now people are reacting to her work here at home because they see the desperate need for help.
The MA Center needs volunteers and donations, but the Hugging Saint pledged $23 million alone to help rebuild homes destroyed by the tsunami.
The funds are being used to provide long-term and short-term relief. Some long-term provisions include free permanent housing, education, counseling, and fishing boats. Short-term measures provide food, clothing, medical care, temporary housing, and household essentials.
The actual monetary worth of the relief received is much greater than its face value, since most of the services and labor are provided free of charge by thousands of Amma's volunteers from all over the world.
We take $1. We don't take anything away from it. In fact, we commit to the people that this will go exactly to where it's supposed to go to. You're not going to take anything away. The second thing is, on top of that, you get something additional. Instead of the reverse happening, which is usually half your money goes to something before it gets to the end person, here you add about a half more. And the way you do that is that we don't have any administration overhead. We don't have any people overhead for all the salaries and everything else. We just go out there and do it.
In India, the rehabilitation and reconstruction efforts are taking place in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Pondicherry.
The ashram is also trying to help in places such as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The government of Sri Lanka has invited Amma to visit in order to provide solace and hope to tens of thousands of people.
Taking care of the living, Amma said, "Let us light lamps of sympathy and compassion. This indeed is our duty and responsibility at this moment."